right side of relapse on semen retention. When you start to look at a relapse like busting off, when you feel that feeling of, man, I shouldn't have did that. Or, you know, you might have went a couple weeks, maybe a month. And now, you're like, wait a minute. This feels different. You won. You paid attention enough to realize, and listen, your life will never be the same again from that point forward. It will never be the same again. I can guarantee you, you know, like most dudes that don't know about semen retention, if it's 30 to 31 days in a month, first of all, nobody's busting one nut in a day. That don't happen. Dudes probably, I would say, average in a day for average dude is maybe about 3 to 4. So do the math, about 30 to 31 days. And you did it one time, or 2 or 3. You are progressing. And another thing is when you decide not to give up on yourself and you keep going, self-development and knowing the importance of dedicating yourself to something like this, you're gonna be on a whole nother level. You already are on a whole nother level. Because if you tell somebody about what you're doing, pay attention to how they react to you when you tell them. I guarantee you it's gonna look like you took their soul. They're gonna be like, because a lot of dudes, they live in their ego and they trying to compete with everybody. Like, oh, if he doing this and I'm doing that, man, I ain't even, you know what I'm saying? I'm on a whole nother level from that dude. You know? But then he see that you doing that, he like, I can't compete with that. That's tough. That's tough. You get a lot of respect for doing this. Most importantly, you respect yourself for this. You respect yourself a lot more. And you stop being so negative. You know, beating yourself up all the time. Because you know that if you do that, then you're gonna relapse. So this is a mental battle along with, you know, a physical one. That's double. And on top of that, this is not no average, you know, mental and physical battle. This is the hardest mental and physical battle. And a lot of us are jumping into this from not physically and mentally battling at all. Or, you know, doing the bare minimum just to get by, to not commit suicide like I was. To get to this point now where we doing this. Because we all want to love ourselves more. We want to build a better relationship with ourselves. Because all the people that turned their back on us, you'll come to realize as you continue to self-develop more that person that you was before you started self-developing wasn't a person that people turned their back on. It was a person that turned their back on themselves first. Think about that, bro. Can't nobody do something to you that you don't do to yourself. If you beat yourself up all of the time and you insecure, you're gonna wind up getting bullied by somebody. And that's exactly why I got bullied in my life when I was young. In my own house from my mom's boyfriend, and in middle school for like the first year or 2 type shit. It all starts with you. But when you start loving yourself more, you confident, you got a great vibe, you run into great people that can relate to that and can resonate with that, and they see who you are and they value you because they value themselves. It all starts with you is what I'm trying to say. As long as you don't give up on yourself on this journey, every time you relapse, you are growing. You are building a better relationship with yourself. Why do you think when you relapse, it humbles you? Because you know you ain't gonna give up. We gotta stop looking at a relapse like it's bad. We gotta stop bashing people for relapsing because they going through an awakening. and they waking up and they fighting and they pushing. We gotta root for these people. I'm rooting for you, man. Be proud of yourself, man. Seriously. You learning how to communicate with yourself better through the good. You know how to stay humble through the good, because you know you can slip up if you don't pay attention. That's how a real man is supposed to be. Ain't no real man supposed to be jumping around all crazy, acting like a lunatic when things is going his way. Like, finally, like most of us was, like I was in the past, when something finally went my way, I'm throwing shade at God like, finally. Come on, man. You acting like a bitch. Right? Don't act like no female. That's something that I'm not saying all women, but the type of women I'm talking about. Don't act like them. Because nobody wants to be around them. Nobody wants to wife them. Bro, don't have that vibe. That's a bad vibe. And then when things going bad, come on, man, you mad at the world. You got people jumping on here talking about this may not be real. They gassing it. Like, man, you wouldn't have started doing this if you felt like motherfuckers was gassing it, man. Stop playing. It don't matter how many views somebody is giving some or not. You could resonate with the message because you knew something about this. You knew you had to try it. You knew you had to do it. And that's enough. So keep going. Listen, man, it's okay to relapse on senior retention. I'm going to be the one to tell you. I'm going to be the one to tell you it's okay. Your job, every time it happens, is to encourage yourself. When you feel you trying to beat yourself up again like you would in the past, it's time you start moving through that different now. Because you got to get back on track. You are human if you mess up, bro. Don't be no perfectionist. Don't try to be a perfectionist. Don't do that. Be okay with the good and the bad that come with life. And guess what? It ain't bad to relapse. It's only bad when you look at it like that. Which is also not a bad thing. You see what I'm doing right now? Be happy, man. You dedicating to yourself, you dedicating yourself to something that's probably the hardest thing. Not probably, but I'm gonna go ahead and shoot for the stars and aim for the moon and say this is the hardest thing any man will ever do in his life. So all you gotta do is keep going, keep going, keep going. You're gonna thank yourself later for this. And every time you push through, you relapse and you back in 2 weeks, you're gonna look at them 2 weeks different. Just 2 weeks from when you was first getting on it, you was being ignorant. You like, man, I'm only on 2 weeks. Man, I'm trying to hurry up and get the head. I'm trying to hurry up and get the head. Relax. Relax. Take it day by day. Conquer every day. In 2 weeks, you will appreciate. 1 month, you will appreciate. Because the average man is not going 1 month without beating his meat. All these women on social media showing their body all the time, the Instagram models, the strippers. Come on, man. They not hesitating when they think about some naked booty. You're not hesitating. Were you? All right, then. You feel me? I don't want to make this video too long. I just want to give you some encouragement, man. Help you push forward and help you keep going. You attract better in your life when you are willing to make the sacrifices to, walk through the uncomfortable situations. Pay attention to how you do that. And I guarantee you, you'll meet people in your life that'll stick to you, regardless. Because you ain't gonna never give up on yourself. Peace and love, man.